Guys, one tips, one hints to answer this kind of question. Whenever you get paper 2, don't so excited answering the question. Look at the question itself and try to understand what are the information actually you can gain from the question. By looking at here, okay, I know it's an X compound, and also I have a Y compound. Okay, so you have an X and Y compound, and over here, I notice this is hydrogen. Hydrogen is a non-metal. Okay, and also oxygen is over here, and again, this is a non-metal. So, and over here, this is a metal element, and this is a non-metal. Okay, whenever you get information, please to write those information, because this will make easier answering the question later on. Okay, guys, by looking at the compound X, immediately you will catch, oh, I know, this is a covalent compound. It is a covalent compound. And on the other hand, by looking at the combination Na and a Cl, and there is a charge over here, positive and negative, immediately you know, oh, this is an ionic compound. That's the difference. Okay, you have an ionic compound and covalent compound. Now, my dear student, look at the question. Baru tengok soalan tersebut. State the name of compound X. What is the name? They ask you name. Whenever they ask you to name, you need to spell it out. Name the compound. State the name of compound X. What is X? Yes, it is just water. Tapi kan akan ada unscared. Some of you will answer it is ionic, as a covalent bond. Dia tak minta type of bond. They ask you name the compound. So be careful when you are naming the answering the question. Compound Y will be sodium chloride. It's a sodium chloride. Yeah. Yes. Name the compound. Tak boleh lah sebab dia cakap name. Name. Name, this mean spell it out. Okay, very good. So, next one. Referring to compound X, what is the physical state of compound X at the room temperature? Tadi saya dah cakap. What is a physical state? Very good. Liquid. Jangan cakap aqueous ya. Aqueous adalah solution. Liquid when it is single. Therefore, this is a liquid. Siapa nak screen capture, you can do it now. I will give some time to screen capture as well, yeah? Okay, done? Okay, let's move to the next one, my dear. Okay, Allahu Akbar. This one. Mamma mia. Okay. What is the purpose of hydrogen atom form? What is the purpose of the hydrogen atom form chemical bond with the oxygen atom? Tadi saya dah cakap dah. Why it need to form a bond over there? Very good. Yes. To achieve a stable octet and duplet arrangement. Sekejap. 1 minute. You write it down first, the answer. Okay. Pandai. To achieve duplet electron. Tapi dekat SPM, electron tu spell it out ya. Jangan guna simbol. I just want to save my time. Arrangement. Ingat dia, ada yang jawab, some of you might answer duplet and octet or octet. Salah. You cannot answer duplet or octet. Because of what? Because they are asking about hydrogen. When they are asking about hydrogen, the hydrogen only can form a duplet, not octet. So to achieve a duplet electron arrangement, 1 mark, bingo. That's how you answer SPM question. Remember, section A, let's make it shorter and sweet. Section B, a bit lengthier, and also you need to explain more fact. Section C, warm it up. Tu caranya, muntah je. Dia essay. Okay, now look at C. Referring to compound, ada soalan terus tanya saya. Referring to compound Y, state one physical properties of this one. Physical properties of Y. I have told you, Y is NaCl, is a ionic bond. So, tadi kita dah bincang. What is the physical properties of Y? I give you so much, you can choose one. Take the easiest one. Yes, that is the easiest one. Very good, very good. Have a high melting and boiling point. Okay, guys, please here spell it out during SPM. Jangan guna simbol macam ni. High melting and boiling point. Enough. Let's look the next one. State the type of particles for compound Y. Compound Y is the NaCl. NaCl is the ionic. Therefore, what kind of particle is present? It is a ion. Very good. Okay, done, Next one. Hydrogen react with chlorine to form a compound Z. You have a hydrogen and you have a chlorine. Definitely, it's going to form HCl. It is a type of covalent bond as well because it's a non-metal and non-metal. Therefore, compound Z is actually a HCl. Compound Z is actually HCl. Okay, done, Write the electron arrangement of chlorine atom. Guys, some of you, dia tak hafal tau how many electron do the chlorine have. Sebab tu guys, if you look this paper or during your SPM, paper 2, the last page, kalau kamu tengok dekat last page, is your periodic table. They will supply with the periodic table. They will supply with the periodic table. So please have a look. So I noticed chlorine have a 17 electron. Therefore, it have 2, 8, 7. Pandai. Write the formula of compound Z. I already give the answer. HCl. Very good. State the type of bond in... Aiman, tengok soalan dia. Sekarang kamu tengok soalan dia. Type of the bond. So, you should answer. Kau tidur ke? Datin, mana Datin tu? Mesti Datin dah pergi berbasikal ya? Aku dah agak dah. It's a covalent bond. Okay, screen capture, my dear humans. Rajin betul mak Pagi basikal, petang kebun, malam tidur. Kenapa lah kau potong pokok mangga kat depan rumah tu? Teruk lah kau. Okay, done. Saya padam yang lain pun janganlah diam sangat kau. Macam ada. Rahil. Okay, Rahil Ryan. Okay. Sekejap, Andrew. Hello, baby Ryan. I notice you are here. So, apa beza covalent bond and covalent compound? Covalent bond, okay. Okay, very good question Ariana Grande is asking question. Saya padam ni boleh? Can I erase this? Okay, Carl. Carl pun senyap je Okay, Arina, if I say H to... Siapa yang dekat luar rumah ni? Okay, girl, you must remember, this is covalent compound. Okay, it is an example of covalent compound. And what is covalent bond? Covalent bond is here. This is Allahu Akbar. This is your covalent bond. Ini beza dia. Covalent compound, covalent bond. Faham tak, Adriana? Arina pula. Dia orang tanya soalan dekat private. Dia orang tak letak public supaya dia orang malu kot. Tapi jangan risau, saya dah rakam benda ni. Semua akan letak kat YouTube saya. So, semua yang saya cakap ni ada kat YouTube. Wow. Aiman, cerita pokok mangga kau pun ada. Okay, let's look at here. Okay, saya padam ni Saya padam. Good. Okay, now done with this. Okay, now let's look this one, my dear human. Okay, anak-anak. Isotope. Let's start with isotope, my dear. When you look at the isotope, I always remind my student, isotope, look at the spelling. Isotope. Isotope, you have a S and the P. S and the P. Stand for, it have a same proton. Same proton. That is how I make sure my student memorize what do I mean by isotope. Therefore, betul lah, dia ada same proton number, different nucleon number. Inilah definition of the isotope. Is an atom with same what? Proton number. Very good. Tulis proton number and different nucleon number. Bingo. 1 mark. Cukup lah. Tak perlulah banyak-banyak. Mempunyai nombor proton yang sama, mempunyai nucleon yang berbeza. Those are Malay medium Okay. My dear student, what is the use of sodium 24 in our daily life? Pandainya korang. Very good. To, tukar pen dia tebal sangat. To detect the leakage of underground pipe. Okay, done. Next one, yeah? Based on table 1, determine the number of proton and neutron in table below. Number of electron, you must remember, guys, you must remember when you have a proton must equivalent to number of electron. Dear, this thing, make sure this thing is only valid for a neutral atom. A neutral atom. Okay? Neutral atom. Maksudnya, dia tak ada charge positif ataupun charge negatif. It doesn't have any positive or negative charge. It is only for a neutral atom. Therefore, as you can see from above, it have 11 proton. Automatically, you should know it's going to have 11 electron as well for in both case. On the other hand, neutron, you just minus. You just tolak 23 tolak 11. What do you get? 12. On the other hand, Carl, what do you get? Sodium 24. 13. Mamma mia. That's how you do it. Okay, please snap a picture. Or if those already print this paper, then you can just write the answer on the top of the paper. That's it lah. Okay, tolong tuliskan. Okay, done. Okay. Okay, this one, The moment you look at here, the first thing might appear, naphthalene. Macam tu je. Okay. So, as you can see over here, okay, diagram 2 shows a graph of temperature against times of a solid substance X when heated. Okay, good. Okay, it is good. Okay, guys, they say heated, solid. Therefore, the first thing that might appear in your mind when looking at this question, jangan excited jawab soalan. Please don't so excited answering the question. You should focus what are the information that I can get. I know P to Q is actually in a solid form. And R and above, it is actually in a liquid form. And the between Q and R, it is a solid plus liquid. There is no changes in the temperature. Why it's at this situation, this particular range, it is also known as a melting point. It is also known as a melting point. So you have a solid, liquid, solid plus liquid. This is a melting point. Okay, good. They will ask you why, normally, they always ask us why the temperature doesn't change on that particular period, which is Q to R. Guys, kalau dia tanya macam ni, if they ask you this question, it's very simple. You just remember you are gaining the energy, heat energy. You use that heat energy to break the attraction force, to overcome the attraction force. That's why there is no changes in the temperature between the Q and R. Remember, I repeat this in Malay again. Kenapa dia tak ada perubahan dalam haba, suhu dia adalah disebabkan bila kamu panaskan, kamu ambil tenaga dia, kamu pecahkan ikatan dia, maka dia tak ada perubahan suhu. So, let's look the question. Explain why the temperature remain constant between Q to R. Q to R. My dear baby, how to do it? The heat, you might write it down. The heat, tadi saya dah cakap jawapan. The heat energy absorbed by particle is used to overcome overcome the force of attraction between particles. Okay, 2 marks. So you remember, you absorb the heat energy to overcome the force of attraction. That is a keyword. Again, guys, I would like to highlight, you absorb the keyword, absorb energy. Absorb energy and overcome attraction. This is the 3 keyword you must mention in order to answering this type of question. When you come across this type of question, those are the keyword you must mention. Done? Okay. Now you look at the next one, my dear. Substance X is cool to the room temperature. Room temperature at 25 degrees Celsius lah. Okay, draw a graph of temperature against time for a cooling substance, cooling of a substance X, and mark the freezing point. Guys, for this particular case, I'm gonna draw just beside the above graph, sebelah graph atas tu. You draw the same stuff, you have the y-axis and the x-axis. Always remember that y-axis is the temperature in a degree Celsius, and the x-axis will be your time taken in second. Cooling, when I'm say cooling, the temperature is going downward. The temperature is going decreases. Therefore, the graph more or less will going to be like this. And label. Please make a habit to label all the necessary information, such as this is your liquid because you are doing a cooling, and this is your solid, and this will be your liquid plus solid. Liquid to solid. Liquid to solid. What phenomena is that? Liquid to solid. Freezing. Therefore, this particular point is your freezing point. This is your freezing point. And this freezing point will be 80 degrees Celsius. You must remember, if you are talking for a same substance, the freezing and the melting point will be always the same. Kalau kita tengah bercerita pasal benda yang sama, the freezing and melting untuk reaction tu will be always the same. Any question? Any question? No, Sure. Yeah, baby. Any? No? Ryan, no, Carl? Okay, good. So, Padam, siapa nak screen capture, you can do it now. Okay, done. Gonna erase this. Okay. This is question number 3. I love this question. Carbon compound is one of my favorite questions. Do you know why? It's easy. Hey, guys, do you still remember the I think I have teach you the carbon compound, combine everything. The an, in, all, oik, eight, met, add, prop, boot, everything. Do you still remember? Yeah, please make sure you must understood that table, that flow chart, because that is a flow chart they do ask in your SPM. Guys, I will do a short revision on this topic. A very short one, about a carbon compound. Let's have a look. You must remember that you have a an, in, all oic 8. This is stand for carbon-carbon single bond, saturated hydrocarbon, a double bond, unsaturated, alcohol, a carboxylic acid, and also you have a ester. So the formula for each of it. For un, CnH2n plus 2. This is the general formula. CnH2n CnH2n plus 1 OH. CnH2n plus 1 COOH. CnH2n plus 1 COO. CmH2m plus 1. Bingo. You must remember those things. And very common, it's a very common in your SPM, they love to ask you about ester. They love to ask you about the ester. Okay, let's say for ester, my dear, you must remember what plus what give you ester. Okay, very good. Alcohol plus with the carboxylic acid, halate acid will produce, if you look, it will produce ester and water. Ester and water. And you must remember, guys, this thing will happen in the presence of a catalyst. The catalyst that you are going to use will be H2SO4. Let's say you want to get a pure ester. In order to get a pure ester, then you heat it up under reflux. You heat it up under reflux. Okay. Remember, guys, if they give you an ester, how to identify which one is the alcohol, which one is the carboxylic acid? Very simple. As you can see over here, you have a C-C dash example, just an example, O and OC. Just one simple example. Of course, during your SPM, you must put all the hydrogen. You must put all the hydrogen. It's compulsory. No hydrogen, then you get 0 mark. Okay, something like this. So guys, macam mana nak kenal pasti which one is the carboxylic acid and which part is actually belong to the alcohol? It's very easy. Look at here, guys. The portion yang ada that include the carbon double bond. The carbon double bond. It's belong to the carboxylic acid. And the portion that's belong no carbon double bond, just have the oxygen. This is belong to alcohol. So what is the alcohol that I use to form this ester? What is the alcohol that I use to form this alcohol, as this ester? It's a methanol. Very good. Methanol. Wait, Jap. Okay, methanol. And also the carboxylic acid, I have 1, 2, 3 carbon. Therefore, it's belong to prop kan? Yeah, it's propanoic acid. Inilah cara how we identify which alcohol, which carboxylic acid is involved. Okay, you can have a screen capture of this thing. Done? Okay, I'm gonna erase this. Okay, now look at the real question. Okay, the question is over here. Diagram 3 show the bottle of a disinfection spray. Okay. Beside alcohol, compound X with a fruity smell. Guy, one of the characteristic of a ester, it do have a fruity smell. So, dia punya physical tu, you can include as a fruity smell. It's one of the compound found in the disinfection spray. Sure. Okay, let's look over here. By looking at this, I already know, oh, this is the alcohol. Okay, don't excited to answer the question yet. Alcohol. Oh, this is belong to the carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. And I know the carboxylic acid have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Therefore, it's a butanoic acid. A butanoic acid. And over here, I have 1, 2, and 3. This is your propanol. Guys, in order to name the ester, you must give the alcohol first, followed by the ester, the name. Propanol will change the name, become propyl, and the butanoic acid will change the name, become butanoide. Therefore, the name of this ester will be propyl butanoate. Done. Now, you have a look. State the homolog series of compound X. Compound X, the homolog series will be ester. Name the compound X. It's propyl butanoate. Okay, very good. Next one. Compound X can be, pardon? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, what you are trying to ask, how to identify this is a ester or not, isn't it? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Maksud kamu, how can this carbon have a single bond macam tu ke? Sebab I can't get it the question clearly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alkyne, okay. Oh, you want to know. No, kalau it's a carbon-carbon single bond, then they will ask you the homologous series. They will ask you uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Hydroxyl group is that is the functional group. Functional group. Functional group. The hydroxyl is actually referred to functional group. If they ask you homologous, you need to name the group, such as alcohol, carboxylic acid, ester. That is the difference. Okay, good. Next one, yeah. Compound X can be prepared through the reaction P between alcohol Y and compound X. So compound Z is actually carboxylic acid. Okay. Name the reaction of P. What is the reaction of this P? What is the name of reaction P? Very good. Esterification. Esterification. That's it. That's it. Tujuh. Okay, you can screen capture this thing. I'm going to the next one. Can I? After this question, I will give you a break. Then a few minute break. Sabra minum air, whatever, you can do it. Then we will continue. Okay, so I'm erase this. And we go back to this one. Okay, identify compound Z. I already told you, compound Z is a carboxylic acid. Therefore, that carboxylic acid have 4 carbon. What is the name of that carboxylic acid? Very good. It's a butanoic acid. The acid you must mention. Write a chemical equation for the reaction P. Okay, this one, let me teach you in detail, my dear. You have alcohol. Which alcohol I'm talking about? You have a propanol, and you have a butanoic acid, and you plus both of these, H2SO4, then you get ester, which is propyl butanoate, and water. So guys, as you can see, this is not the chemical equation. This is what we call as a word equation. Word equation. Some of the students have a difficulty to understand this thing. Okay, let's look. Propanol, you have a 3 carbon. So you just write it down, you have a 3 carbon. Butanol, you have 4 carbon. I hope you still remember the formula. You substitute the formula accordingly. The general formula, the CnH2n plus 1 OH. CnH2n plus 1 COOH. You substitute accordingly. Then 3 carbon, then you substitute C3H7OH plus this one, C3H7COOH. Then it will give you, guys, so far so good? Okay, good. Okay, then you have a propyl butanoate. You must remember, when we draw the structure, the ester comes first. The carboxylic acid comes first. Therefore, it becomes C3H7CO. Then the alcohol portion. The alcohol portion will be C3H7 plus H2O. And the catalyst. So this is the first portion is the carboxylic, and the second portion is referred to alcohol. So you get this thing. Done? This is your chemical equation. Inilah persamaan kimia dia. This is your chemical equation. Okay, you can screen capture this thing. Okay, done. Now I'm gonna erase this. Go back. The first one done, the second one is done. Then look at the next one. Alcohol Y is known as a clean fuel. The combustion of the alcohol Y, I'm referring to the propanol, am I right? C3H7OH. You must remember, guys, it is interlinked. We are still talking about the same alcohol from the earlier section. Therefore, produce a blue flame without the soot. Write a chemical equation for the combustion of alcohol Y. It's easy. Alcohol Y, you have a C3H7OH plus, what do you mean by combustion? What do you mean by combustion? Guys? You plus O2. That is what I'm looking forward. So you plus with O2. And remember, alcohol, when undergo a combustion, it's always produce the same thing, which is carbon dioxide and H2O. Nothing is different. Nothing is different. So how to make this equation to be balanced? Another question. So look at here, we do one by one. We have a 3 carbon on left hand side. And on our right hand side, I only have 1. Therefore, I'll multiply with 3. And over here, I have 8 hydrogen. 8 hydrogen. This is your 2 hydrogen on your right hand side. Then you will place a 4 over here. And the rest is just a simple mathematic. You can have a look. 3 times with 2 will give you 6 oxygen. 4 times with 1 will give you 4. Therefore, as you can see, 6 plus with 4 is 10 oxygen over here. But listen, dekat alcohol, in that alcohol section, you already have 1 oxygen. Ini student selalu keliru. Okay, so you already have 1. How many oxygen remain? You already used 1 oxygen. How many is remain? 9. Therefore, you put 9 over 2. Simple mathematics. 9 over 2 times with 2, you get 9. Therefore, 1 plus 9 still equivalent to 10. 1 plus 9 is still equivalent to 10. But, nevertheless, can I leave my answer in a fraction form? For me, personally, don't leave the answer in a fraction form in carbon compound. You can leave the answer in a fraction form in thermochemistry. Thermochemistry, yes, not in carbon compound. This is my personal point of view. Because of what? In thermochemistry, if you can recall, you have a heat of combustion. The heat of combustion is referring to 1 mole. 1 mole. If you look at the definition of a heat of combustion, it always refers to 1 mole. Therefore, you can leave the answer in 1 mole. 1 mole of compound. But in this carbon compound, I really advise my student, please multiply this with 2. Then you get 2C3H7OH plus 9O2 give you 6CO2 plus 8H2O. Bingo. Mamma mia. Final answer. Any question, my dear? Okay, good. You can screen capture this thing or write it down. I'm going to erase in 3, 2, 1, done. Okay, let's look the other one. Alcohol Y is an isomer. Draw the structural formula for alcohol for the two alcohol of isomers of alcohol Y. So how to do it? 1, 2, 3. Take the easiest one. And of course, during the exam, please put all the hydrogen. This is your propanol. Or you can have 1, 2, and 3. Put the OH over here. And of course, all the hydrogen. This is what we call as 2-propanol. But listen, certain school or certain reference book, they not really they have a other option as well. Other than you put like this, you can put propan to all. Or certain reference book, they put prop to all. All are acceptable. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, write it down. Done? Done, my dear? Okay, good. So, question number 4. Wait,